Welcome back. Joining me now is the Honorable Judge Lenora Foote Beavers, Acting Erie County Family Court Judge and Commissioner with the Franklin H. Williams Judicial Commission. Welcome, Judge Foote Beavers. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling myself and the viewers all about the Franklin H. Williams Judicial Commission and what you guys do there?
All right. So in 1988, the chief judge at that time wanted to have a commission that would investigate and kind of find out what the perceptions of the community was about the treatment of people of color in the court system and litigants of color. And that commission then released a very detailed report with lots of recommendations as to how to improve just racial and ethnic fairness in the court system. In 1991, that became a permanent entity of our New York State courts, and it was named the Franklin H. Williams Judicial Commission after our first chair, Franklin Williams, who was an amazing advocate and civil rights leader who really pushed the court system to make necessary changes for fairness.
Yes. So tell us more about what this program or what this commission is doing for the Western New York community.
So we have tons of programs all the time. We partner with local bar associations and legal organizations in order to provide educational opportunities for the community, for our attorneys, for people in the court system, for our judges, so that everyone understands why it's important to have a diverse legal community, why everyone needs to be treated fairly, and most importantly, so that our employees and our judges understand that the people who come before us, we need to understand everyone and their diverse backgrounds. And that way we will provide the most fair and equitable outcome in their cases.
Well, it's crazy to see history kind of repeating itself. We see spurts of things happening and we see kind of it taking the forefront again, but this has been going on long before anything recent.
Well, what's really interesting is that Jay Johnson also was actually asked by the court system to do another assessment, similar to what was done in 1988, and that was just done in 2020. And what's really interesting is many of the findings that he made in 2020 were already identified in 1998 or in 1988. And so really it just confirms that, yes, we've come a long way with respect to race and ethnic fairness within our society, but we still have a really long way to go. And we do thank Jay Johnson for bringing a lot of that to our attention. But the Franklin Williams Commission has been the entity within the court system that has actually really tried to implement many of his recommendations and really just keep pushing toward fairness in our courts.
Nice. Now, I understand you have multiple events happening this week. Tell me about them.
Yes, we are so excited about many of the events taking place this week. We start off with a red carpet event tomorrow, and that really is going to highlight our students in the community. We also have a documentary, I didn't get a chance to tell you yet, about our documentary that WNED partnered with us to produce that is A Bridge to Justice, and that is the life and legacy of Franklin Williams. So the students viewed that video, and then they then recorded their reflections, their opinions, and they were actually really excited about learning about this unsung hero that many people don't know about, but that they realized, hey, we really do need to understand about all the different types of people in our society. And really, it confirmed for our commission and those of us in the court system how important it is for a multiracial educational system. We must be able to have a multicultural academic base for our students. Our society is ever becoming more and more diverse, and I think our students need to know that and understand what it means to be sociable and to understand all different types of people who may not look like them.
Mm-hmm. And all of the events that you're having coming up are open to the public?
The only one that's not open to the public is on Wednesday. We have an all-day professional development academy for our employees who are maybe interested in advancing their careers in the court system. And we're really excited about providing that extra, information and expertise that they may need. We're doing some mock interviews, resume writing skills, those types of tips to help our employees really move up. Everything else will be open to the public. Wednesday evening at Calvary Baptist Church, we're going to be doing a jury diversity program. and that's going to highlight some of our leaders from the legal profession that talks about why it's so important not to skip that jury duty, to really get out there, and when you get that notice, that you appear. Because part of having a really diverse jury means that that is going to really achieve the best outcome for that particular defendant.
That is a very good and fair point. I see why you're a judge, because we all want to skip jury duty, but if we also want to see change within our judicial system, that's one way that we can help.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. And viewers, if you would like to learn more about the Franklin H. Williams Judicial Commission, just head over to nycourts.gov/FHW for more. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.